From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, June the 8th, 2023. The IDF carried out an operation in Ramallah last night to demolish the home of the Palestinian terrorist responsible for a bombing attack in Jerusalem last year that killed 16-year-old Aryeh Shupak and 50-year-old Tadis Tashume Ben Mada and wounded over 20 others. The IDF said that during the demolition activity, violent riots were instigated, during which suspects hurled explosive devices, Molotov cocktails, and rocks at the Israeli forces, who responded with riot dispersal means and live fire. The IDF said an initial inquiry suggests that a Palestinian photojournalist in the area of the violent riots was injured, likely by a rubber bullet. The details of the incident, the IDF said, are under review, stressing that it makes every effort to prevent any harm to non-combatants during operational activity and to allow freedom of movement and the press. Legislation was introduced in the U.S. House of Representatives yesterday to extend and expand international development cooperation between the United States and Israel. The bipartisan bill was introduced by Democratic Representative Lois Frankel and Republican Representative Joe Wilson. It reauthorizes and broadens a program through USAID, which is the U.S. Agency for International Development, and in Israel Mashav, the Israeli Agency for International Development and Cooperation, to engage in sustainability projects in developing countries and allowing for additional countries to take part, and includes cooperation with regional Arab partners. Frankel said this legislation will allow our joint efforts to continue to boost green energy production, water technology, education, and food security in developing countries, while fostering goodwill. A leadership delegation of the American Jewish Committee held high-level meetings and events in the United Arab Emirates yesterday, including a meeting with UAE Foreign Minister Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and CEO of the AJC Ted Deutsch's participation in the completion of the first permanent Torah scroll at the Moses ben Maimon Synagogue, which is part of the Abrahamic Family House, the interfaith complex that includes a synagogue, a church, and a mosque. Deutsch said it is hard to capture what it felt like to help complete the writing of a Torah scroll in the Abrahamic Family House in Abu Dhabi. It was an honor to celebrate our holy text in the Moses ben Maimon Synagogue in an Arab capital, a synagogue named after one of Judaism's greatest scholars. And over 120 Jewish leaders from 50 different countries around the world are in Israel celebrating the country's 75th birthday, part of the World Jewish Congress's Jewish Leadership Bridge for the Future. Executive Director Ernst Rosenberg said, "We are here to convey a clear message. We are one people. We have our challenges, we have our opinions, but we are one people, and we have come here to express solidarity and support." Events included a meeting today with Israel's President Isaac Herzog, who announced to the group the launch of the Voice of the People Initiative, the President's initiative for worldwide Jewish dialogue. Herzog explaining it is designed to be a platform where we can convene together as a people, to hear each other, to plan together, to engage, and to strategize on all of the major issues affecting our people. And I believe, he said, it holds great potential to mark a new stage in the evolution of the global Jewish conversation. While the smallest Quran in the world made its way to the Parliament of Morocco today, courtesy of Speaker of Israel's Parliament, Amir Ohana, who made history as the first Speaker of the Knesset to make an official visit to the Parliament of a Muslim country. Ohana said, "I chose to give my hosts an extraordinary gift that connects the religious Muslim world with the pinnacle of Israeli innovation, a nano Quran. The sacred scripture of Islam was printed with Israeli nanotechnology on a tiny chip." Ohana said the breakthrough in Israel-Morocco relations at the parliamentary level is a great opportunity to connect the past and the future, between tradition and progress, between the old and the new. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, June the 8th at 7 o'clock. It's Talmud study. At 7:30, Daniel Gordis speaks to Abigail Poregebin about his book, Impossible Takes Longer. Then at 9, Yossi Beilin is on L'chaim. At 10, it's Eye on Israel. And coming up next, I speak with Washington Bureau Chief of the JTA, Ron Kampeas, who was at Secretary of State Antony Blinken's AIPAC address in Washington this week. Ron gives analysis on Blinken's remarks about Israel, the possibilities of a two-state solution, potential Israel-Saudi ties, and more. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, June the 8th, 2023. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.